Mr. Koyanagi, I brought the documents.
Ah, thank you.
Mr. Koyanagi, you look so handsome today, too. Hey there! You're staring too much again. Oh, sorry. My name is Anna Yoshizumi. I'm an ordinary office lady who works at Manirobo Corporation. This is my colleague Maki. I've been close friends with her since I joined the company. And the person I admire quite a bit is my senior, Kiyoya Koyanagi, who is 3 years older than me. He excels at his job while being kind to everyone, and he's trusted by his superiors. As such, everyone admires him as a person. I think Mr. Koyanagi is a wonderful guy, but he doesn't have much history with women, it seems. Really? Don't you know? I heard he's been single for years at this point. I thought it was just because she worked for a different company. Seems like that's not the case, but he doesn't seem to mixers and things like that either, I heard. Wow, shocking considering he's so popular. And that's why we're all kinds of rumors going around. He has a crush on someone. He might have lost his wife years ago. He might actually like men. Likes men? If that's the case, it'd be a shock for me. Well, it's all just rumors, but it would be interesting if it was true. Oh, stop it, Maki.
You two, please refrain from talking about private things during work.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Also, Miss Yoshizumi, please edit those documents you gave me. I left a few stickies highlighting the points of correction.
Oh, was there anything wrong?
There were a lot of mistakes, yes, so please fix them.
Ugh, too bad. If I start editing this now, I'll definitely have to work overtime. I'll tell you this, honey. I won't help you. Working absentmindedly like you often do is your own fault, okay? Ugh. And so I ended up working overtime alone and finished at 8 o'clock that evening. If I start cooking now, it'll be too late, so I'll eat somewhere and go home. Or go to a convenience store, maybe.
Miss Yoshizumi?
What the? Mr. Koyanagi, what are you doing at this time?
I was worried because you were working overtime alone after that, you see?
Worried? Wait. Don't tell me there's a rumor that our company building is haunted.
I've never heard of such a thing, but I recently heard there have been ominous people lurking around here. I thought that if something happened, it would be my fault.
You were worried about something like that, sir? Thank you.
Well, our boss keeps giving you a lot of work to do, and I can't help but feel like it's an inconvenience for you.
Today was tedious, I will admit.
I also gave you all the small things that I could have fixed too, so I really can't complain without looking like a jerk.
But those were my mistakes, sir, so it's only natural. I really think that I need to do a lot of things properly during work, but...
It's already late, so I'm thinking of eating out somewhere before heading home. Would you care to join me?
Wait, really? Are you sure? I'd love to. And that's how I wound up having dinner at a restaurant, where I had my first long conversation with Mr. Koyanagi. I was so nervous at first, but we ended up talking and eating normally, and I had a really good time. This is weekday after work, but I feel so happy right now. I'll work hard tomorrow too. Thinking about that, I went home and went to sleep. The next day when I went to work, I saw not only the usual street scenery, but also...
Good morning, Miss Yoshizumi.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Koyanagi and I got close, little by little. Since then, we have more to talk about, and he gives me more advice about my work. Not only that, but for some reason, he also started inviting me out to meals more often. You know a lot of good restaurants, Mr. Koyanagi.
You're quite dense, aren't you, Miss Yoshizumi? I'm researching a lot of things for your sake.
What? What do you...
Well, I'm sorry for not saying it clearly thus far. I like you, Miss Yoshizumi. If you'd like, I'd like you to go out with me.
Gladly, sir. Can such a miracle ever happen in life? Are you seriously going out with him? No way! Jealous, are you? Darn right I'm jealous. Tell me the details, for God's sake. Maki interrogated me about the details, and everyone around me congratulated me. A few years later, we decided to get married. Are you going to go on without me, Anna? It's no use trying to stop me, Maki. No one can stop this happiness. This is so frustrating. I'm so jealous that you're getting married first. Not to mention the fact your groom-to-be is the Mr. Koyanagi. But Maki, didn't you say before that Kyoya isn't your type? This is this and that's that, Anna. Come on. I want to find a good man and get married soon, too. Maki, you're asking too much. Yeah, I don't think that's the case, honey. But I think I'll go to another mixer soon. If you get a boyfriend, introduce him to me, please. Of course! I'll even invite you to a wedding that's going to be even more extravagant than yours. I'm looking forward to it. Oh yeah, there's something I've always thought about. What is it? We both know Mr. Koyanagi is perfect, right? Oh, well, yeah, that's true. But he's still living at home, right? He got promoted last year, and he must have more than enough money to move to a nice place. If he hasn't moved out yet, his mother must either be strict or she can't do housework at all. Just a feeling I have. Now that you mention it, when you came to my place, he helped me with the cooking a little bit. Helping you out and doing housework on your own is completely different, in my humble opinion. What will you do if she's a closeted mama's boy or something? Well, I want to think that's not the case. I really hope it isn't. You hope because there's no definitive proof that denies it, huh? I suppose so, but you know, a perfect person like that usually doesn't give off that kind of vibe, do they? Anna, listen. BFF to BFF. You're a good girl, but you're often absent-minded and people can easily take advantage of you. How can I say this? You're a softie and you fall for the wrong people. Owie. I was very pragmatic about your work, but your private life is a different story. If anything happens, I'm always here to listen. Thank you, Maki. That means so much. At the time, I was optimistic and didn't think it would actually happen, but little did I know Maki's prediction would strike the bullseye after the worst turn of events ever. Good afternoon, Mr. Koyanagi, Mrs. Koyanagi. I do hope we'll live together happily. After the wedding, we decided to live together at his parents' home.
Me too, dear. If you neglect anything around here even a little, I'll tell you right away.
Yes, ma'am. Mrs. Koyanagi had always been a kind soul since we first met, and it was clear that she cared deeply for her son Kyoa. However, for some reason, she seemed to be in a bad mood today, as she had her eyebrows furrowed and looked rather irritated.
If you're having trouble with anything, just tell us right away.
Oh, yes, sir. My father-in-law hasn't been very talkative since the first time we met, and he speaks quietly, so I don't really understand him. But I know he cares about me, and I believe he thinks of me as a member of the family.
Anna, please come this way now.
Yes, coming, ma'am. After that, I continued working as we started living together, but from that day on, I never have a day off.
Your cleaning and laundry are subpar by a big margin. I wonder how you manage to live alone.
Miss Koyanagi always says harsh things to me and nags me even when I do something perfectly.
Everything Mom says is right, Anna, so you best do everything you can to be like her.
Kyoya was never on my side, and even when I asked him for help, he wouldn't give a good goddamn. As a result, the only one who always helped me out was my father-in-law. Then one day, when I was carrying the laundry down from upstairs, I lost my footing on the stairs and all the way down to the bottom.
Are you okay? Call an ambulance!
My father-in-law heard the sound and he called an ambulance right away. But I broke both my legs and ended up in a wheelchair.
I think this is a good opportunity to quit your job, honey.
I'll be bothering anyone by quitting, though.
I think the chair will be more of a nuisance, honestly. I'd rather you take your time healing at home.
And so, I handed in my resignation. But I just got depressed whenever I thought about the idea of being alone with Mrs. Koyanagi during that time. I just hoped she'd take this opportunity to be nice to me. But my wish never came true, and she got worse with every passing day. I was in a wheelchair and it was hard for me to move around, but she would call me useless and scold me at every damn opportunity. Every time she did, my father-in-law stepped in and calmed her down.
I'm sorry, dear. My wife just always causes you trouble.
No, I'm fine, sir. Thank you for always helping me, Mr. Koyanagi. It means so much.
I only feel ashamed that I can only do this much.
But still, my father-in-law was so kind to me, and I loved him with all my heart. He was my savior every time. A month had passed since then, and the day of Kiyosuke's wedding had arrived. I'm in a wheelchair, ma'am. I wouldn't want to cause any trouble.
You'll just be sitting there, so pipe down with that nonsense. It's Kiyosuke's wedding, so it would be a problem if you didn't come. There's even a seat prepared for you.
My mother-in-law was simply concerned about public appearances, and if she says something like that, how could I refuse even if I wanted to? I was essentially dragged to the wedding ceremony in a gloomy mood. The wedding ended without incident. I didn't want to go to the reception, but this food is amazing. It was delicious, and I could tell they spent a lot of money on it, and it made me feel better and fuller. Then Mrs. Koyanagi began her congratulatory speech, saying,
Thank you all for coming to my son's wedding. Kyosuke has always been a mischievous child.
Her speech was very ordinary, but her words made me realize she truly loved her second son as much as her first. I began to think that her harsh attitude towards me was inevitable since I was her eldest son's wife. Yeah, but ain't no way I'm going to cry after being moved by her speech. I was quietly watching her speak, thinking that way when she suddenly turned to me and grinned maliciously.
Miss Saya is very considerate and wonderful woman, and I think she's the perfect person for Kyosuke. I hope that his brother's wife, Miss Anna, will follow her example.
Huh? I was shell-shocked and stared at the demon standing on stage. She glared at my face and continued, her evil grin unwavering.
Anna is unfortunately slow in everything she does, and she can't do housework at all. In a nutshell, she is a completely useless woman. And then she went and fell down the stairs and got seriously injured, and now she's in a wheelchair. She's a truly ridiculous daughter-in-law who can't do anything, and I'm not happy with it. Well, I suppose it was a failure in disciplining her.
She suddenly started abusing me in public, and while the people around her were in total shock and dismay, she couldn't care less. She kept talking, and Kiyoya acted like he didn't care, so Mr. Koyanagi and I were the only ones who were panicking on the groom's side of the family. When I tried to interrupt the speech, another voice said,
Discipline her? Mom, what are you talking about? This is a wedding speech. You don't need to try to get laughs. Mom really loves to joke around.
Kiyoya and Kyosuke didn't care about the atmosphere around them and kept laughing. As you'd expect by this point, I'd reached my limit of continuing to smile and keep calm, so I decided to go confront her.
What's wrong, Miss Anna? Are you going to give a speech too?
Yes, it's a happy occasion after all. I took the microphone from her, rolled to center stage, and started speaking. My name is Anna Koyanagi, and I'm the aforementioned wife of Kyosuke's older brother, Kiyoya. Kyosuke and Saya, allow me to offer you my deepest congratulations on your marriage. It's a happy occasion indeed, but unfortunately, I shall use this occasion to get divorced.
What?
What are you talking about?
Every day since marrying Kiyoya, I've endured relentless complaints and abuse about the housework from Mrs. Koyanagi, and she never did anything herself. Not only that, she would insult my family, and even worse, she would beat me enough so that bruises would form on my body. I regret to inform you this has happened almost every day for such a long time. I could have put up with that, but my husband, Kiyoya, would blame me and say that my mother would never say anything wrong. He just wouldn't listen to me.
What are you talking about? Retract your statement.
We've been educating you to become a proper wife.
Despite having a job that kept me busy, I never once neglected the housework. Every day, it was only Kiyoya and his mother who would make the house dirty again, and only Mr. Koyanagi was of any support to me. I'm truly grateful to Mr. Koyanagi for always taking care of me.
Shut up already. Do you think it's okay to say things like that in a place like this?
Wasn't it your mother who started it?
Because I'm telling the truth.
Everything I'm saying is true, so there's no reason for you to complain. Now that Miss Saya is marrying into this family, I can't help but feel sorry for her. But apparently, I'm an obstacle as of now, so I'll be going home.
If you think you'll be forgiven after doing all that frickin' bullshit, you're sorely mistaken, woman. Both of you, enough! What the hell, Dad? I will say you have done everything she just said as an eyewitness. I'll take Anna home with me.
Don't tell me you're on the bitch's side.
To settle this situation quickly, it's better to send her home as soon as possible. You two do something about the atmosphere here.
I was led out of the venue by Mr. Koyanagi. I'm sorry I caused you so much trouble, sir.
No, I think you've been so strong up until now, dear. I'm so sorry.
No, I don't think.
If you hadn't spoken up then, Anna, I would have actually struck my wife in public.
I think that would be quite disastrous for the people attending.
They need to learn their lesson once and for all. It was my fault for having such a strong, laissez-faire attitude. I'm really sorry, dear.
You always cared about me, sir, and that's all I wanted. I'm so happy to have your support, and it was a huge help.
I have a friend who's a lawyer, and he's the best in the city with divorce cases, so I'll introduce him to you. If you need anything regarding money, say the word, dear.
Yes, sir. After that, I went home and packed my things right away before going back to my parents' house. Of course, my father helped me and even took me in his car. As for what was going on at the reception during that time,
I'm sorry that the wife caused so much trouble earlier. Is everyone all right? Does anyone need some medical attention after that shock?
I'm going to call off the marriage.
What? What are you talking about?
Why so suddenly?
I don't think I can get along with you and your family at this rate.
What are you talking about? Miss Anna might divorce my brother. Problem solved. Everything's fine.
Do you think I'm saying this because I don't like my sister-in-law?
Of course you are! Isn't it just annoying to be living with someone in a wheelchair who can't do anything? I honestly feel sorry for my brother, too.
I feel sorry for Miss Anna, Kyosuke. From what I heard just now, she was mercilessly bullied a lot, and even the person she loved and married didn't protect her. Isn't it the wife who ought to be cherished more than the mother normally?
Nothing strange about cherishing your mother, babe. You don't seem to understand, Miss Saya, but my wife really cannot do shit for frick. What our mother does is always right, and it's only natural that she disciplines her appropriately.
Even if that's true, do you really think it's okay to do something like publicly defaming someone at a wedding reception? Be honest. If you want to celebrate, you definitely wouldn't say that now, would you?
No, that's...
And I really despise you scumbags for looking down on people and laughing at them, regardless of the alleged reasons. It's so disgusting.
You've been saying all this bullshit for a while now and making everyone feel even more uncomfortable, Saya. We're still in the middle of the reception, see?
That's right, we are. But I can't stand any more of this. I just can't get involved with you people anymore.
You little...
I'm so glad we withheld registering your name before the wedding.
You think you can say bye-bye to your engagement just because of your personal feelings?
Marriage is something two people do together. If I refuse to go through with it, it will not happen. I really ought to thank Miss Anna next time. She helped me discover the true colors of this family before I got married.
Think again, dear, please. Look, your father and mother are also feeling uncomfortable.
It's truly uncomfortable. I never thought that Kyosuke, whom I trusted with the hand of my daughter, had such a twisted personality. What are you talking about, sir? I thought you were great at your job and had a lot of trust from those around you. That's why I agreed to you marrying my precious daughter. But now I'm truly worried that she'll be bullied every day, just like that lady was when she married into the family. I will not allow it.
I dare say Miss Anna's words are a true testimony to the truth. I don't want to put my precious daughter in danger.
The mom told us that Anna's in a wheelchair because she went and fell down the stairs of her own accord, right?
You think I can believe that? She had bruises on her arms and legs too. She must have been abused so much.
Hey, don't find fault with my mother. Why couldn't you do the same for your wife, You didn't protect her, which is precisely why this happened. What say you, I was doing the right thing. Yeah, this is a huge waste of time. Anyway, I absolutely forbid my daughter from marrying a guy like you. Sir, please, we love each other, so...
If you see something like that, buddy, even love a century old will be destroyed. The reception can continue, sure, but I will never register your name.
What? Hey, then what about me becoming the president?
Huh? It's been decided for a long time that my brother will be the successor. Even if you marry me, you'll never become a company president.
What? Then I don't know why I ever frickin' approached you.
You're the worst, you know that? I trusted you were the only guy who didn't approach me because I was the daughter of a company president. Wow, I feel really betrayed right now.
That's what I should be saying.
I don't want to see your face ever again. I'm going home now.
After that,
Miss Saya left the venue with her parents. The bride, Saya Takasu, is the daughter of the president of the company where Kiyosuke works. The poor bastard thought he could become the next president if he married her. But her brother, who was transferred overseas, was never an option in his mind. Truly on cloud nine, high on smoking roses.
This is freaking ridiculous! I've never seen a wedding like this.
The guests who were present only ate the meal and left the venue quickly. There were many people from the company and business partners present as well, so I would say Kiyosuke's professional reputation hit rock bottom. And by the way, that business partner is none other than the Manirobo Corporation, where Kiyoya still works. So I think my husband's reputation and position might be in danger as well. After that, Kiyosuke and Saya's engagement was safely called off.
It's your freaking fault! How about you take responsibility, huh?
It's not my fault. I said it there too, but it was your mother who started all this. After the reception, Kiyoya called me with a demonic tone of voice. But while I didn't want to talk about it, I did. He's screaming so much that my head hurts, truly.
I'll charge you compensation for this.
Do it if you can. I dare you. I'll also charge you for compensation for the abuse.
What?
You know what your mother has done to me up until now, right? It's all written in my diary, and I even have a medical declaration as evidence.
So you were sneaking around doing things like that?
And who, pray tell, was being sneaky, huh? You were hanging out with other women after you married me, weren't you?
What are you talking about now?
I sent you a photo. A beautiful woman, I must say, and she looks like she's having fun drinking with you at a hotel.
What are you talking about? I'm telling you, I didn't.
And I'm telling you, I have a plethora of photos proving you wrong, capiche?
No, but...
I'm not going to talk about it anymore, so please communicate with my lawyer. I hung up the phone and blocked his number. After that, we had a few discussions with my lawyer present.
That was just a little discipline.
I'm not a dog or a cat, ma'am. I'm a human being. I don't need discipline.
But you don't do any housework.
I did more housework than you ever did, and you know I did it well.
We also have the diary she kept for all this time, so this should be enough for a case. And then Mr. Kiyoya cheated on her as well, I see? Well, speak up, son. It was just a spur of the moment.
A spur of the moment that led to many meetings and nights together.
What's the big deal? You're being arrogant for restricting my actions just because you married me. I married you because I thought you'd listen to me.
Well, I'm a weakling before those I'm a big fan of, and I know I have a yes-man tendencies. But if you claim the purposes of your marrying was that all along, well, you're beyond salvation. I'm also to blame for not seeing through the man's superficial desires. After that, the divorce was finalized, and I was able to get a lot of money from alimony in compensation for the abuse. And the tides have turned in favor of Mr. Koyanagi as well.
I've been putting up with your behavior up until now, but no more.
Why? I've been doing my best until now.
And so, they're in the process of discussing divorce with lawyers, and it will take time, but I think they will be able to divorce. Apparently, rumors were spread about Kiyoya at the reception by people who were invited, and he must feel isolated and despised at work. I worked at the same company too, so it must be even worse. He and Kiyosuke both left their jobs voluntarily for the same reason. They're now busy looking for new jobs, and they're also looking for new wives. However, quite a lot of people attended the reception, and the Kiyosuke brothers have become notorious in the dating community as people to watch out for.
We have no choice but to go outside the prefecture, bro. But Mom, what would happen if we worked and married in another region?
Just suffer through life, your mother complex bastards. But now that my legs are healed and I found a new job, I'm going to enjoy a new chapter in my life.
My son passed away 7 years ago. He was always weak and ill, and he wasn't even able to go to school much. Toru wasn't my real son, but I loved him. Dear God, why would you take our most beloved son away from us? If only I could make a dream come true. I wish I could have seen Toru again with my own eyes.
Hello, my name is Toru. I'm 25 years old and I work a part-time job. As for my education, I suppose you can say I dropped out of high school. To tell you the truth, my household environment was really awful. They didn't really let me go to school much. And yet the moment I turned 18 years old, I was kicked out of my house and my family. Thank you very much for today. And the place that picked me up off the street was Moni Ceremony Hall. 7 years after I was kicked out of my house, I worked like my life depended on it, and right now I'm in a position where I'm the leader of the part-time employees. My dream is to become a full-time employee, but with my education background.
Hey, Toru, how am I supposed to do this one again?
Oh, this thing, you do it like this, and... For the record, I'm a little bit averse to women. When I was home, I was terribly abused by my mother and my older sister. If I had to relate to something, I was like their punching bag.
Thank you. That was super helpful.
Not at all. Good luck. Whenever women come near me, I can't stop shaking and I get really scared. Even though I understand that it's not like everybody is a bad person. It's a really big step for me that I'm able to even speak to a woman somewhat normally. Whoa there, I need to stop preparing for the next customer. Knowing that this is a place where people say their last farewells to someone who has passed, it's our job to make sure that they can spend that time peacefully. I have a lot of pride in my job. I wonder if I'm ever going to have somebody who's gonna send me off like this. Well, I guess not. Especially since I was treated like garbage by my family my whole life. The days and months of 7 years was enough to heal the scars in my heart. In the beginning, I was terrorized by nightmares, and just seeing people outside with their families would make me want to cry. But that doesn't happen anymore. They're all old memories. Everything is in the past. And I'm going to live my new life here from now on.
Ah! I'm sorry.
What is that girl doing? I'll be right over there. Covering for my junior colleagues was a piece of cake. Every day was so fulfilling that I let down my guard. I never could have imagined that this was going to happen. One day, my colleague showed me something truly outrageous. To my disbelief, they said that my funeral was going to be held at our funeral home. The next day... Good morning. Wait, everyone, what's the matter? On that day, when I walked into work, I noticed that there was a strange air throughout the whole office. Normally, everybody is busy and efficiently doing their work, but they all seemed flustered.
Toru, this is you, isn't it?
What? Wait, me? A funeral for me? What my colleague Yume handed me was, to my disbelief, a request for the funeral of Toru Chikamura. Me! Is this some kind of prank?
There's no way that we would pull some kind of prank. That's awful.
That's true. Then what on earth? On the request form was written Tsumugu Chikamura, the name of my biological father, as the host of the funeral. Dad?
We just received this, but no matter how we looked at it, everybody knows that it's you. But we can't host a funeral for somebody that's alive, so we were all wondering what to do.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they're really planning on hosting my funeral.
What? But why?
The person who put in this request is my actual father. When everybody heard this, all of their faces were suddenly swept by astonishment. But of course they were, because it's unimaginable that a real father would try to have a funeral for their son who is still very much alive.
Toru?
No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go to the restroom.
Hey! Wait!
I had finally forgotten about everything, but why? How much do those people have to drag me down in order to feel better? Normally, it's not possible to have the funeral of a living person. And who would? When it comes to those people, it wasn't unimaginable. Because those people... Hey! That hurts, Haruko!
Hey, Haruku, no.
But Mom!
If you make him raise his voice that much, then the neighbors are going to find out. If you're gonna do that, then you need to do it more quietly.
Okay!
My whole family hated me. Before I was old enough to remember, my father divorced my biological mother, and he got remarried to my current stepmother. Apparently, my biological mother was having an affair, and my father was so furious that he refused to listen to anything and divorced her.
What a waste to pay for cafeteria cost. Hey, starting tomorrow, you're not going to school. Do you hear me?
No way! That must be why my father hated me, and my stepmother treated me like garbage. That was the household that I grew up in, and my older sister Haruko also treated me like I was just a toy that she was allowed to break. In one day, I was given one slice of bread and leftovers that were expired, and that was the only food I was given to eat. Of course, I became skinnier and skinnier. I went to try to get help from my teachers, but then...
Because he says I'm not his real mother, I can't get a hold of him. He refuses to eat anything that I cook for him.
My mom was good at acting. Because my mom broke down in tears, they treated my cries for help like they were nothing. And then on days like that, I wasn't given anything at all to eat. They treated me like I didn't exist. Well then, this room is finally going to become an empty room. What? Where is this coming from?
What shall we use this room for now?
Anna said she wanted a piano, didn't she? So why don't we put that in here?
Oh my, that's a great idea.
What on earth are you talking about? You're not my son anymore. I looked after you until you turned 18 years old. Now you can go and figure out your own life. Huh?
If anything, you should be grateful that we let you stay in this house for 18 whole years.
I was stuffed into the trunk of our car, and then they left me all alone in a town that I had never been to or seen before. Where am I? I desperately walked around, and I finally arrived at a police station. However, if I go to the police now, they're just gonna take me back to that house. I can't. I don't want to go back to that place anymore. I never expected those people to come to a place like this. What am I gonna do if they find out that I'm still alive? They're probably gonna do something awful to me again. I was still a part-time employee, and not only that, but I was hired at a place that I don't need to show any resumes, so it was almost like my personal information didn't exist. And so that's why I suppose they wouldn't be able to find out if I was dead or alive. I don't think there's anybody that would want to save me because everybody is always on their side. I decided that the best thing to do was run away from this place so they wouldn't find me. But at that moment...
Toru, what's the matter? You look really pale.
Yume, why did you come in here? I'm fine. You don't need to worry about me.
It's not fine.
What?
Anybody who looks like that, you definitely can't say that they're fine.
What? When I looked in the mirror, my face really did look like that of the deceased. At this rate, it wouldn't be strange if I was actually inside of a coffin.
Everybody was worried about you. That has to be some kind of mistake. Let's go back.
I bet that it probably wasn't a mistake.
There's no way that's true, because you're clearly still alive.
But to those people, I'm just as good as dead to them.
Is there some reason behind this?
This is none of your business, Yume.
That's not true.
What?
Because I see how hard you're working every single day in this office. And do you have any idea how much that has saved me?
Yume?
I'm worried about you, so please don't say that this is none of my business. Hey, you can try telling me. It can just be a little bit at a time. Maybe there's some way that I would be able to help you.
While we were talking, apparently the other colleagues were taking care of my work. I felt bad for making them have to cover for me, but I told Yume about my family. Actually, I was abused by my family.
Yeah.
Ever since I was little, getting punched and kicked was the norm, and I also wasn't given any proper food to eat. Ever since the scars from the abuse became more obvious, they wouldn't even let me go to school, middle school or high school.
No way. So you were being held hostage?
Yeah, it must have been bad for them if I tried to go outside, because they were the type of people to really care about their stance in society. I was shocked that the words were just falling out of my mouth. Apparently, to the people in the neighborhood, they told them that I was sick with a difficult illness, and all of the gifts that were sent for my recovery, my parents and my sister ate all of them.
I didn't know that parents this awful actually exist.
And then when I turned 18 years old, I was suddenly stuffed in the trunk of the car and I was kicked out of the house.
No way. I can't believe that they would do something like that to their own child.
But to them, I'm not their child or their family. I was my father's ex-wife's child, and that woman cheated on him and they got a divorce, so I'm a bastard child.
You never tried to get help?
Of course I did, but because they were really good at putting on a good face, they made it look like I was wrong. They were just trying to do right with me, and they would erase any of the cases I tried to make.
So, all this time by yourself?
That's right. And from now on, I'm going to be by myself forever. By the time I realized it, tears were falling. This was the first time that I ever exploded all of the feelings I had inside of me. And eventually Yume wasn't even able to say anything back to me. She was probably already fed up with me too. I'm going to resign from my job here.
What?
If those people find me, then they're going to destroy everything again. So before that, I'm gonna get away from here. It's not like anybody is going to help me anyway.
That's not true at all.
Huh?
Toru, it must have been hard. And it must have been really sad. You were surrounded by such horrible people and nobody was helping you.
That's right. And that's why.
But me and all of us, we're different.
What?
Because everybody here knows what a great person you are, Toru. You're always helping me with work, so this time it's my turn to help you.
But if you do that, I don't know what those people might do to you.
It's fine. If anything, I'd like to see them try if they think they can do anything to me.
What do you mean?
And plus, if you run away here, then things are going to end with everybody thinking that you're dead. In that case, it's going to become even harder to live.
But...
Don't worry, just trust me.
Yume...
As long as they underestimate our job, we're gonna take them down.
Yume and I then explained the situation to everybody of Moni Ceremony Hall. How I was abused as a child, and the way I was kicked out of my house, and that they're trying to make it so that I died. No! We have to stop them!
That's why we're gonna take them down. Bringing such a stupid request like this, we're going to make it so that they can never walk outside again.
And from there, our battle began. Yume and I researched why my funeral was being held, and it turns out that they had already turned in an official death certificate. They used a missing person declaration and made it so that I was dead. To the neighbors, they told them that their sick son suddenly disappeared, and ever since then they didn't know where I went, and that's how they explained it. And then, with that, apparently that family is going to get all of my life insurance with my death. Toru! Yes, sir, how can I help? Actually, this is about the incident in question. Yes? What, my death certificate has been accepted? Yeah. No matter what, I looked into it because there's no way that the funeral of a person that hasn't died would be accepted. So I looked into it and...
With the missing person declaration, they said that you're being treated as such.
What is a missing person declaration? That's a system if a body isn't found in the case of a natural disaster or something. Or if they go missing and aren't able to confirm whether someone is dead or alive for 7 years, anybody can use it. I'm 25 years old now, so it's been exactly 7 years since I was kicked out of the house. I bet that they had been planning this funeral all along.
How awful that they did all this from the beginning to make you a dead person.
But those people are the type of people that can do that without thinking anything of it.
So, what happens if the missing person declaration doesn't get removed and remains?
In that case, legally they are treated as deceased, and with that, they can collect whatever inheritance or life insurance on that person. So does that mean that it would really make me legally dead? Yeah.
Before we do something about the funeral, we need to take care of that first.
Wait!
Toru?
Let's go ahead with the funeral. However, with that, it means that Those people, when it comes to excuses, they're the best in the world at it. They're definitely gonna get away with it. So, in a situation where they can't make any excuses, I need to tell their truth and my truth in front of all those people. Otherwise, they'll get out of it again.
Well then, what are we going to do?
I already have an idea. To be honest, it might be rude to the other guests, but on the day of my funeral, there was a shockingly large amount of people who had gathered at Moni Ceremony Hall. Most of them were people that I didn't know.
Yes, I'm very sad.
You liar. I was waiting in the staff room behind the scenes because if I came out front and they caught me, it would put the entire plan to waste. Oh, it's the CEO. Thank you very much for coming all this way. Not at all. I'm sure this must be difficult for you. More importantly, I didn't know. I couldn't believe that you had a son. He was a failure, but he disappeared 7 years ago. How can they cry when they did such awful things to me? Seriously, the faces that they show others are top class. Well, I can imagine things are difficult for you. Yes, thank you very much. I was seeing my dad, mom, and Haruko for the first time in a while, and they were shamelessly acting sad. They don't look like the people who come at the end of an abusive cycle and forced their son out of the house.
It was definitely those people that did it, right?
Yeah, there's no mistake.
All right, I believe you. Are you ready?
Yeah, perfect.
There's a possibility that you're going to be able to cause a lot more big damage than you think.
What do you mean by that? Toru? Boss! I will take full responsibility for this, so go and get back at them as much as you want. Yes, sir. All of the attendees were there and the funeral was about to begin.
My son passed away 7 years ago. He was always weak and ill, and he wasn't even able to go to school much. Toru wasn't my real son, but I loved him.
To all of the lies that my mother was speaking, the attendees had tears in their eyes. It was so shameless. These people were seriously people I don't know. And my mother's acting continued.
Dear God, why would you take our most beloved son away from us?
My colleagues were sitting apart and listening, and they were sobbing on my behalf. And along with that, the attendees were also becoming more emotional.
If only I could make a dream come true. I wish I would have seen Toru again with my own eyes.
Now is the time. Well, I'm right here. What? I kicked the coffin and I appeared in front of everybody. My parents and Haruko and all of the attendees were shocked, and their faces were laughable.
Toru.
What? How dare you declare your son a missing person, you liars!
No way. How?
Hey, somebody capture that guy!
Ah!
What are you doing? Let go of me! You should be capturing that guy!
No way. But how?
Nice to meet you, everybody. My name is Toru Chikamura. Thank you very much for gathering today for my funeral. So that everybody could see clearly, I stood next to the altar. The attendees realized that it was really me, and I could hear them buzzing. I am alive! This funeral is a big fat lie that these people planned so that they could completely erase me from this world!
No way.
I was abused by these people my whole childhood. They wouldn't allow me to go outside of the house, nor give me any proper food. I lived my entire childhood in pain. I spoke about my life up until I was kicked out of the house. How I was abused, nobody helped me, how I was kicked out of the family. I spoke about everything honestly. Because I had already spoken to Yume about it at once, even though I've never spoken in front of a large crowd of people before, I was able to say it all. I'm terribly sorry to all of you who came with genuine intentions to mourn my death, but as you can see, I'm alive. And I plan on having them remove my missing person declaration. I'm terribly sorry for roping you all into this ridiculous act.
Toru.
But I want you all to know this. These people treated their real son like garbage and then threw him away. There are horrible people like that in this world. That's obviously all a lie! Long time no see, Dad. You're not my son, you're just a stranger to me.
After hearing all of that, it's amazing that you can say that.
This crazy idiot has completely destroyed our precious son's funeral. We're going to sue you. You are the one that's going to be sued. Who the hell are you? I am the person in charge here, and Toru has been working here passionately for many years. What?
That's right. That boy is our son.
Hey!
I'm so glad that you're alive. Well then, come on. Let's go home together.
That's all right. Where were you wandering all this time? We were so worried about you.
In this situation, do you really think that your excuses and lies are going to pass?
What are you saying? We are all a family.
That's right. We used to play together all the time.
Are you talking about how you made me your punching bag? Yume, is this the truth? The CEO?
Oh, Dad?
Dad?
Yeah, I heard it all from Toru. And these people held the funeral because they wanted to kill Toru off.
Yume, who is this?
This is my father. He's actually the CEO of a major company.
What? I had no idea.
It looks like your father was working for our family business.
Sir, this isn't what it looks like. I missed an important meeting today to attend your son's funeral. You don't need to come to the office starting tomorrow. Until I know more details, I'm suspending you, so stay home. No way! I have already heard everything from Toru. You are aware that submitting a fake death certificate is a crime, yes?
What? Really?
No way! Dad, you're so stupid!
We have already called the police, so just be quiet and get arrested.
Because of you, my life is ruined now.
That's right. Even though we let you stay alive all these years.
Obviously, my life has been way more ruined because of you! Suddenly, my parents got a divorce, but then a woman and girl I didn't know became my family. And not only that, but I continued to receive the most unbelievable treatment. Do you have any idea how much I've struggled to stand back up from my distrust of people and fear of women? Don't come near me ever again. And just like that, my funeral was canceled. So, all of the attendees, as an apology, we returned all of their envelopes of money and gave them a parting gift as well. After that, I heard that my parents and sister were arrested, and the three of their faces were shown on the news as an abusive family. They probably won't be able to live a decent life after they're released. Of course, my father was fired from his company, and he was stuck having to pay a settlement fee to me. After that, all kinds of magazines came to interview me, and with the wish that hopefully I could save at least one other child going through the same thing I experienced, I decided to talk about everything. But then, the elementary school I attended, the way they handled the situation of child abuse became a problem, and it became such a big deal that they had to host a press conference to apologize. They had only accepted the parents' side of the story, and their crime of overlooking a child that was clearly unhealthy was a heavy one. Using my experience as training, I hope that they don't look past a child's call for help from now on. Thank you very much.
Toru,
Yume, what's the matter this time?
there's something that I don't understand.
After that, I was able to receive an official government ID, and I was promoted from a part-time employee to a full-time employee. I'm healthy and working hard as usual.
That reminds me, is it starting from tonight?
Yeah, I haven't studied in a long time, so I can't wait. After all of that, I actually decided to start going to a night school in between work to get my high school diploma. I had pretty much never studied before, so I was having so much fun with it. When I'm able to graduate, I'm planning on going to college too, in order to take back the time that I lost.
I only got married because my mother told me to, see? Since things aren't going well at home, it's reasonable to get a divorce, isn't it?
What? What are you suddenly saying?
I mean, I didn't want to get married, but we only met through my parents' introduction. And if I had known you were a guy who only had a cheap salary, I wouldn't have married you.
And yet you've treated me like an ATM all this time. Now you're saying quite the opposite at the time of divorce just for your convenience?
If I said things like that during our marriage, wouldn't I be accused of moral harassment? And that's why I kept my thoughts to myself. But we're already divorced now, so it doesn't matter what I say, right?
What? What do you mean we're already divorced? I couldn't hide my shock at the outrageous words Mommy told me. My name is Shun, and I'm 40 years old. I live with my wife, Mommy, and our daughter, Nana. I met Mommy through my parents' introduction, and we found out we liked each other in a romantic way, and I asked her to be together with me. During our 1 year of dating, I learned that Mommy loves to cook and had a strong desire to be a full-time housewife. I had a vague feeling about it. I'm a little worried about what would happen if we have a child, since Mommy's keen on being a housewife, and since my salary isn't exactly anything decent. I'd only ever lived alone and only knew about managing finances for one person, so I didn't really understand how much I needed to make to support a family. But it seems Mommy just wanted to get married. Oh damn, this is a wedding magazine. I've seen this sort of cover page online before. Mommy is 4 years younger than me, and at first I thought she was quite a bit younger than the ideal age for getting married, but everyone around her was in a rush to tie the knot, it seemed.
Another friend got married. I'm getting left behind. And my congratulations to them are all mediocre.
Calm down, darling. You're still young after all.
But that's not good enough. Women's age for marriage is different from men's.
I was essentially swept away by Mommy's pleas to register her name under mine, and I thought I would be able to support her because I have the qualifications, and if I worked hard from then on, my salary would increase. But to be honest, I was worried that we would fail if we got to know each other a little more. However, there was a part of me that was concerned because I felt like we had to understand each other even more before tying the knot. But even so, since we got married, Mommy has been just as caring towards the housework and myself as she was when we were dating. And I think it was a good decision to get married. Now that our only daughter, Nana, has turned 16, we're faced with a wall that we must overcome. Before I talk about what happened exactly, I want to talk about what led up to this. First, a story from a few years ago.
Mom, why in the world did you wash my clothes together with that old man's? Unbelievable! Wait, did I leave something in with your laundry? Yes, you did! And it's the absolute worst!
Hey, you shouldn't say things like that, you know. Even if you're just pretending, I'm still your father.
Huh? Don't act as though you are my father. Honey, Nana's going through adolescence. If you talk like that, of course she'll come to hate you. No, you should realize that I hate you the moment you start talking to me.
But Mommy, isn't Nana only imitating you because you make fun of me? If you change your attitude towards me, that's fine by me.
Huh? I don't think Mom's in the wrong here. Indeed, not to mention the fact I'm not making fun of you very much. And I wish you stopped calling yourself a father, old man. It's just so gross.
Come now, we're all a family, so why wouldn't I call myself a father?
I'd be put off by that sort of thing about you too, if I was in my teens.
Is that how it is?
Isn't that obvious? Women are complicated creatures. You should think about your daughter more.
Then at least complain about me when I'm not around, all right?
Yeah, we get it. So can you hurry up and eat your dinner? I want to put everything away quickly.
A few years after we got married, Mommy started looking down on me and insulting me about my low salary, among other things. Shit, I'd never thought she'd end up like this when we were newlyweds. At first, Mommy was a very home-oriented person and took good care of the house. But after Nana was born, her attitude gradually got worse. I thought I was helping with childcare, as men usually do nowadays. But I wondered what it was that she was unhappy about. Whenever I tried to talk to her, it was always pointless arguments or insults cast in my direction, and I had no time to get to the point. To be honest, I had thought about divorce, but there were various issues to think about, and I couldn't be decisive in that. And so, the days like this continued on, and taking advantage of the fact I stopped saying anything, they became even more selfish. During a break at work, I noticed Mommy had called me, and there were 30 unanswered calls, no less. I thought it was something important, so I called back in a hurry.
Why didn't you answer right away?
Of course I wouldn't. I was working, of course. But what happened? Why did you have to call me 30 times? If it was such an urgent matter, you should have called the office.
No, because what I wanted to talk about was a private matter.
What? If that was the case, you have no reason to be angry at me being unable to answer. Well, what on earth is going on?
Oh, that's right. Nana and I have decided to go to the salon periodically, as well as English conversation classes, makeup classes, and golf classes.
What? The salon?
Yeah, so what?
Nana is still in middle school and is taking entrance exams this year, so she won't have time to do extracurricular activities, will she?
You're so stubborn, honey. Kids these days have a lot of extracurricular activities, and even Nana says she wants to do all of what I just said. And it's the parents' job to understand their children's feelings, right?
But aren't beauty salons expensive?
No, not really. No, it's 400,000 yen each, so 800,000 yen for two.
What? 800,000 yen? That's ridiculous!
What are you talking about? You have to pay that much, since I did you the favor of marrying you.
Did me the favor? Need I remind you, you were the one who was pushing me to get married?
But you were the one who eventually did marry me, weren't you? I think you ought to listen to what I say, don't you?
It seems that she had always been a spendthrift, and while it wasn't like that for a while after we got married, gradually she started to show her true colors. And now she buys whatever she wants using my money without asking me. And you went and bought a branded handbag the other day. As a matter of fact, a few days prior, she'd bought a high-end handbag and was showing it off to me. Even if she was bragging about it, I knew next to zilch about brands and high-end items, and when I asked her how much it cost, I nearly keeled over. We had a fight as a result of that, but either she had forgotten or she was trying to provoke me on purpose by bragging about her wasteful spending this time as well. No, it's too expensive. Please, don't go through with it this time.
Impossible. I already paid the money when I called you, see?
What the? Why are you doing something so selfish? You make enough to cover your own beauty expenses by working part-time, all right? Nana's school fees are gonna get expensive after all.
Well, if that's the case, you should just make more, shouldn't you? I've always dreamed of being a full-time housewife, so I'll take it easy, okay?
Damn you! If you keep saying things like that, you'll end up not understanding anything about how society works. Why don't you try working a little? Making money isn't as easy as you might think.
No, don't you suddenly start preaching to me. I don't intend to change my lifestyle.
She went on saying these things, but I still knew that Mommy was working hard with the housework, and I felt bad for trying to convince her to work, and I didn't say anything more about it. Then one day when Nana was a high school student...
Hey, old man, come pick me up now.
Is that how you talk to your parents, miss?
Shut up. Come and pick me up already.
I can't come because I'm still at work.
Huh? How long are you going to work overtime for? You're being made to work overtime because you're incompetent, and can't you do your job well, huh?
Listen here, I'm working hard for you, all right? Don't take the money I make for granted.
Annoying old gas bag. I don't care about that. Just come and pick me up already.
Look, I told you I can't come because I'm still at work, so ask your mother to come and pick you up.
But Mommy isn't at home right now. She said she was going out with her friends, and I don't know when she'll be back.
Huh? Mommy's not home?
Shit. She didn't tell you? I don't care about that either. If you don't come and pick me up soon, I'll end up at someone's house, you know.
There's nothing I can do about that. Ugh. All right, then take a taxi home.
You're only useful when something like this happens, so do your job as a father for frickin' once. If you come to pick me up, maybe your stock will go up.
I don't need any of that kind of stock if that's the only way it can go up. I have a meeting soon, so I'll have to hop off.
You're so annoying! Ugh, I was so stupid to ask you.
Even when she became a high school student, Nana's attitude didn't change. Instead, she treated me even worse than ever. At this point, I had already entered a mode of giving up. As long as Mommy's attitude didn't change, Nana's attitude wouldn't change either. I started to feel unwell and came home earlier than usual.
Oh, damn, you're home already?
Yeah, I wasn't feeling too good and had to leave work early.
Didn't ask. I'm going to have dinner with my friends now, so just eat whatever you want.
Huh? You won't do anything?
Why should I do something? You're an adult, so you can do it on your own, right?
Oh, so the other day when you had a cold, you made me take care of you, but you neglect me now when the roles are reversed?
I'm a woman after all, and I'm more susceptible. And I told you, I have plans, and I don't think Nana's coming home tonight. See ya.
And so, Mommy left me alone and left the house. From that day on, she started doing whatever she wanted even more.
Honey, you do the housework. I'm going out.
Ah, listen here, Mommy. I told you I'd be at home today because I brought work home with me, didn't I?
You're here, so do it in your spare time, all right?
I've got an online meeting too, so I can't.
You know, do you really think you can stand up to me? You know where my mother works, don't you?
I know that, but...
If you do, you know you shouldn't say that to me, right? You know full well Mom can fire her whenever I say the word, see?
Actually, my own mother works for the company that Mommy's mother manages. And after we got married, Mom had risen to the position of executive officer. To be honest, the main reason I couldn't get a divorce despite wanting one so badly was because I was worried about taking away my mother's job, which she loves with such a passion. I was so worried about this and couldn't talk to her about it for years. But for a certain reason, keeping quiet was no longer an option, and I went to talk to her about my current situation. And a few months after that...
Ah, yes. We don't need you anymore, so let's get a divorce.
What?
The divorce papers have already been submitted to the city hall. Please get out of this house. For now, I'm going to stay in a hotel with Nana for a while starting today, so please get out in a week's time. See ya.
I was speechless at the sudden and nonchalant announcement of our divorce. When Mommy said that she had filed for divorce, I remembered the old days. I remembered that she had filed for divorce, which we had both written and kept several years prior. Mommy told me to write up the divorce papers after we had a big fight once, but she thought it wouldn't be fair for Mommy to be the only one to do it, and I'd completely forgotten that I had one too. Damn it! I should have just submitted them myself. I contacted a certain number and decided to sort out the current situation. After that, I knew that Mommy and her daughter had nowhere to go for a while, so I got a little worried and tried to find out where they were, but I didn't hear back from them for a while thereafter. Then, Nana contacted me for the first time after a while.
Hey, old man, come pick me up now.
What's wrong this time? I'm at work now.
You call yourself a father, huh? More importantly, listen to this. I just can't with Mom anymore.
Yeah, your mother and I already divorced, so I'm no longer the father. Good times.
How awful. You're going to abandon your own daughter?
When did I ever say that? Did Mommy do something?
Oh, that's right. Mom is always clingy with her boyfriend, and even when she isn't around, he clings to me, and it's just so disgusting.
Is that so? Must be tough.
Please don't give a casual reply like it isn't your business.
That was your decision to make.
That's true, but it wasn't supposed to be like this. I decided that I'll do you the favor of living with you. You'll be happy again because you'll be living with your little princess, right?
No, a hurricane of arrogant attitudes and nasty aspersions calling itself my daughter is not welcome under my roof.
Aw, again with that signature stubbornness.
Have you forgotten what you wrote in the letter that you left behind just for me? Before she left the house, she had left a letter addressed to me behind, and there contained much needed information regarding important things to do from then on. In it, she not only told me the usual rude comments about me, but there were also some things about her mother as well. The doorbell started ringing loudly early the next morning.
Why would you change the lock? I couldn't get inside.
This is my house, so it's only natural I stay and change the lock. It'd be a problem if a stranger just waltzed in, wouldn't it?
But if we got divorced, this house should have become mine, right? Get out now.
I don't need the likes of you to tell me. I'll be gone anyhow come next week.
Oh, splendid. Then we can come back to live here next week. Thank you so much.
More importantly, I'd like to tell you a few things I failed to tell you before the divorce.
Spit it out.
I'm gonna ask you to cough up a lump sum of alimony and all of my money you used behind my back. I think my lawyer will probably contact you soon, so please take care of it.
What? What do you mean?
Did you really think I never knew that you were cheating on me? You were meeting with your little sweetheart every damn day without doing the housework. I put up with your fricking bullshit no matter how much you insulted me, knowing you were doing the housework well. But I didn't know that you had actually hired a housekeeper.
How did you know?
I ran into her on the day I left work early because I wasn't feeling well. Remember that? I told her the details of what was going on and asked her to keep our meeting a secret. I thought it was suspicious when she told me she stopped by to do housework every day, so I looked into it. Perhaps she didn't want to believe that she would be charged alimony for her affair, so she seemed panicked at first, but then she grinned maliciously as if she just remembered something.
Do you know what would happen to your mother if you charged me alimony?
Oh, what would happen to me, dear?
Mrs. Sasaki?
You're talking about getting me fired by your mother at my job, aren't you? No worries. I quit a while ago because I didn't want to see my son suffer because of a pathetic wife like you.
And by the way, we told your mother the reason for her resignation.
You goddamn scumbags! Why did you do this?
Who, pray tell, is the worst, huh? You were the one who told Nana the most horrible things about me. She doesn't seem to know anything at all, and I think you should tell her the truth properly.
What truth?
Nana, who had seemingly appeared out of nowhere, was standing at the door of the living room. Ask your mother, she has all the answers.
Are you hiding something from me?
Shun isn't your father, honey.
What?
When I was pregnant with you, my mother introduced Shun to me and we got married, see?
What? So you were raising me even though I wasn't your child?
Well, that's what it comes down to, yes.
So Shun and you are not related by blood.
And by the way, I never adopted you since you never asked me to, and I thus don't have any obligation to raise you. That's why I also have no obligation to pay child support after the divorce.
No way!
To be honest, I felt sorry for Nana. However, despite the fact she'd been deceived for 18 years, she still insulted me with pretty nasty language. I raised her like she was my own daughter, but when she was constantly calling me a dirty old man, an incompetent baboon, and a plethora of worse things, it was hard to think she was cute anymore. Believe it because it's true. That's why today is the last day I'll ever see you two. Talk to me through my lawyer if you must.
Go ahead, leave. I'll have my mother pay the alimony. Please, Dad, take me with you. If I can't get child support, there's no point in taking Nana, huh?
She's your precious daughter, damn you! You shouldn't say that in front of her. So disgusting! Mommy was silent after what I said and went home sulking and trudging. In the quiet room, I started sorting my things with Mom helping me. A week later, I got a call from the management company. You entered the house without permission?
Of course I did. It's my house.
It's going to be sold and become someone else's house, Mommy. You better hurry up and get out. If they find out, it'll be really bad for you.
Where are you now? I'll let you live a married life with me once again.
No, I'm good, thank you. I'll be unhappy anyway. While she was making noise on the other side, I heard a couple of voices in the background.
Hey, who are these people?
They're probably the new owners of the house. That's why I frickin' told you to get out of there quickly. I really don't care anymore. See ya.
Wait! Please help me!
I ignored Mommy's screams on the other end and hung up the phone. I feel sorry for Nana, but I really feel nothing but pity for her having a mother being like that. I moved away after that, and I'm living with my mother in a new place. Mommy was apparently shaken up by the Buff Gang guys because they had her on the ropes regarding their demands to forgive her intrusion. Mrs. Kato, Mommy's mother, cut off her daughter and granddaughter from the family after being told that my mother quit because of their selfishness and abuse. She had hoped to get her mother to pay the alimony and other expenses, but when she had nowhere to go and was about to run away, she went back to her old house hoping to get back together with me, and the management company contacted me as a result of this. Nana had already decided where she would go for college, but since her mother disappeared, she was only left with debt. That was just too much, we figured, so Mrs. Kato tracked down Mommy and forced her to work. But now Nana has to work part-time to make her tuition money on her own, and she's having a hard time. To be honest, though, I don't really care about all that. I want her to become a kind person who cares about others in the future.